Hey guys, welcome back to Brass Lab. Today we're talking about the Radian, Afterburner, and Ramjet. For the purposes of this video today, we're just going to be calling it the Radian Ramjet to save ourselves a mouthful. So as a testbed platform for the Radian Ramjet, we're going to be using the Agency Arms Glock 19 build that we have before you here. Real quick, I'll go over some of the features on it, then we'll get right into the effectiveness of the Radian Ramjet itself. This pistol has concepts of grip texture, and it's got a TLR 7A from Streamlight. It's just a nice pairing with the Glock 19 frame. It's mostly an agency gun, agency slide, agency trigger. Trijicon SRO up top, typically what you'd expect. Just a cool Gucci Glock. Surprisingly, out of all the Gucci Glocks we've shot, this one has been the most reliable, which I think makes it a good testing platform for using the Radian Ramjet, seeing how it does. Now, we originally tried the Radian Ramjet with an OEM Glock spring, but it didn't work for shit. It caused malfunctions, failures to feed, and it was just crap. But we had an agency flat wire recoil spring for our Glock 19 laying around, so we threw that in, and it's run like a top ever since. Fantastic. Now, Radian claims a recoil reduction percentage of 40%. In our testing, I find that to actually be pretty spot on. Initially, when I shot the gun, we actually shot it with the Radian first, instead of shooting the regular standard barrel beforehand. And I was like, yeah, it's all right. I mean, it shoots about like a full-size 17 for me, but I have a lot of experience on a full-size 17, so I'm very good at recoil control on that platform. But it was when I swapped back to a normal barrel and how much more recoil it had, and then put the Radian Ramjet right back in, that I really realized how much recoil reduction there was, because once I gotten used to managing the recoil of the regular 19 barrel, when I then was trying to manage recoil on the first shot with the Ramjet, I was nosediving after the shot being fired because I was anticipating the recoil mitigation. That tells me that there was like no vertical rise whatsoever. And so once I got used to that, I mean, it was just bang, 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 bang. On target, no muzzle rise. It still feels like there's a lot of recoil there because you're still handling 9mm. I mean, it is what it is on a compact platform, but the muzzle rise is so under control, you can get rapid fire shots really quick. I would love to be able to test split times. We don't have a shot timer, so we couldn't test that ourselves. But just based off what we've seen on the video, what it is with felt recoil, it's been a really cool upgrade for this Glock 19. We're gonna be doing more tests in the future with the SIG P365 platform, and we'll let you know how it does there. But as far as the Glock 19 platform, it seems like a really good upgrade to make your gun a lot more shootable. Now, maybe you're doing it for competition shooting, maybe you're doing it for sort of a do-it-all role where it's concealed carry and competition, or maybe you're just trying to flex in the pores. I mean, now you might be wondering, if I put a Radian Ramjet on my Glock, is it still gonna work with my holster? Depends. Check to make sure your holster has an open bottom. This in particular is an A&R Designs holster, and it works perfectly. You can just see the Radian Ramjet sticking out slightly, but your concealed carry carries over 100%. Now, if you've just picked up a Radian Ramjet and you want to know how to install it, I'll show you real quick. It's super easy. In fact, I would say it's probably the easiest compensator to install on a modern pistol. So the first thing we're going to do is remove the slide. Then remove the recoil spring, pop out the barrel, we grab our Radian Ramjet barrel, insert into the slide, slip on the compensator. It'll be a tight fit, but that's normal. Then you want to grab the screw to screw in the compensator and lock it into the barrel. Take your screwdriver to get a nice tight fit. Put our recoil spring back in place. Then attach the slide back to the frame. And that's how you install a Radian Ramjet compensator. So overall, the asking price of the Radian Ramjet is pretty high, and that's an issue with a lot of people. So, I mean, the Radian Ramjet's running about 350 to 420 depending on where you find it, but it does come with the barrel and it doesn't require any pinning or timing, and that makes it super user-friendly to where anybody can install it, anybody can set it up and be good to go. I think it's a very compelling upgrade for any pistol, depending on what your use case is. I mean, we haven't tested it a ton. That recoil spring replacement was important and to get this thing running. So you may have to play around with recoil springs. In addition, compensators in general can make a gun picky about ammo. You know, if you've watched my Glock video, you know I take issue with some of the idea of doing too many aftermarket parts on Glocks, because you're taking a gun that's meant to work with anything to where, okay, suddenly it's kind of picky about things. That doesn't necessarily have to be an issue. If you find what works well for you and you can stick with a certain subset of ammo, that doesn't have to be a problem. But it's something you should know going into it, that it might cause your gun to be picky. If you're okay accepting that, you can get a lot of benefits with recoil mitigation, faster shots on target, and just overall a better shooting experience with the Radian Ramjet. You know, I know this is a shorter video, guys, but I wanted to get it out to you there fast. I know the Radian Ramjet's a big thing we're talking about these days in the gun community. I'll keep you guys abreast going forward if I have any updates on how this gun's shooting. We're going to be testing the Radian Ramjet and other platforms, and I'll be sure to give you guys updates. Thanks for watching Brass Lab. Take care.